busting my balls, Billy, okay?
I can already tell that I don't like you.
Fuck you, bust on my ball.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
It might be your first ball job.
Yeah, of course.
How long did it take for the guy to come?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bustin' Balls. Happy Columbus Day, everybody, huh? Or to some fucking pussies, Happy Indigenous People Day. So fucking stupid. You know, I like how Columbus was the only one collecting slaves and shit during that year. You know, like the rest of the world wasn't doing that. But Eric, it's because you're celebrating it. Yeah. How about go fuck yourself? Nobody's celebrating Columbus because of the fucking slaves and shit that he... Dude, is this what we're going to do? We're going to go back on everything and say, he said this, he did that. He's a horrible person compared to modern day fucking standards. Yeah, you fucking loser. Look up the fucking history of slavery, you fucking asshole. Humans have had slaves since the fucking start of humans, man. Fucking BC type fucking times and then some, I'm sure. You know? And that's just the way it got down. But what the fucking guy did for the rest of the world and for America, you got to tip your hat to him and give him his fucking props. We celebrate rappers all the fucking time. We celebrate rappers like fucking Cardi B and just go back and through all the fucking names. And then you can play that bullshit ass game. And I love rappers. You know? Give me a break. But I'm not the motherfuckers that are like pointing it out where it's like this, he did this, she did this. But all these fucking pussies are fucking doing that. Go through all the rappers that you celebrate. Go through some of the actors that you celebrate. Go through some of the writers that you celebrate. And start fucking canceling them too, you fucking pussies. How about don't do that, you fucking loser? Get a fucking life. Go have some kids. Get something busy in your life. Go get a decent fucking career. Go find something that you're fucking passionate about, you cunt, besides canceling people and complaining. Bunch of fucking... Everybody just complains now. And I know I'm complaining about people that complain. But dude, it's just nothing but people complaining about, you know, they did this to me because of my skin color. They did this to me because I'm a woman. They did this to me because I'm a so-and-so victim. Like, everything's like victim. How about lace up your fucking shoes, put a smile on your fucking face, and fucking go get it and make hay while the sun's shining, you fucking whiny cunts. Fucking happy Columbus Day. For real. This guy's had the balls. You know what I mean? These pussies... It's not like he had a fucking GPS where you hit his Waze app or his Google Maps app and he jumps on fucking a couple ships there and fucking sails over here. And dude, he's fucking just navigating. I'm sure people died on those fucking voyages. You know, these pussies nowadays would never have done that. They would have never done that. They ain't even leaving their house without their cell phone when they go to pick up some fucking food. You know, and coming right back to their house. And you think they're fucking bashing Columbus and the fucking culture of what the world was when he was around? Give me a break, pussies. Happy fucking Columbus Day. And I'm so glad here in Portland on the fucking the 12th of October, fucking they're knocking down Abe Lincoln fucking statues and Theodore Roosevelt statues. Great fucking men, great Americans. And it's called Indigenous Day of Rage is what they called it. You know what it is? It's fucking communist, socialist. Let's knock down and point the fucking finger at all American history and try to erase it. So then eventually they bring in their bullshit fucking shit like Indigenous fucking Peoples Day. It's right in our faces, people. It's right in our faces. They're trying to get rid of our history. Get rid of Columbus Day. Get this fucking slave master out of here. You know, which he wasn't. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like the rest of the world didn't have slaves. That's all it is. Let's erase all the history because then we're trying to bring in our bullshit and then we're going to bring in new American history, which is basically fucking socialist, communist. Let's get rid of our guns. Yeah. Dude, they're trying to get rid of our fucking guns. Because they're probably going to do something that we're going to need to shoot at them, okay? That's why they want to get rid of the fucking guns. How about we don't? How about we just keep what we have here and we just get a little bit better at it? First of all, why don't people just enforce the fucking laws that we have now? How about that? How about you don't give counterfeit money to fucking people and fake money, because fake money's probably not a good thing to do. And how comes when the cops pull up, you just give them your ID and your license and you just get in the fucking car, or you just fucking you give them all the legal paperwork and then you just drive away and say, hey, no problem, I'll pay this ticket. I got a fucking ticket upstairs for a red light camera. You think I'm gonna fight on that? No. I got bigger shit to fry. I'm gonna fucking mail in I'm gonna get on a website and fucking pay it, and I'm gonna keep it moving and try not to do it again. You know? It's fucking bullshit whiners, fucking knocking down statues. What a bunch of little cunts. What a bunch of little cunts, you know? And I'm so glad here in Chicago, we've only had fucking, God, where was it at? Right here. 53 people shot this weekend, 5 fatalities. So 5 murders, 53 people shot. That's just good PR for the city. As we have a pandemic and already tax collections down, revenue is absolutely down by thousands of %. A lot of people out of work and shit like that. But no, just keep the shooting up, guys. Just like how, like, when there's like white racist, like, whatever white racist that they point at, I don't know all the names of them. I don't fucking pay attention to them. They're fucking losers. And it's just like how those white racists give white people a bad name, and they do, because then it gives people the fucking example to go, look at the white racist. Look at him right over there. The guy that shot up the church. Look at that white racist. They point at that. Just like those fucking white people give white people a bad name. Guess what? These fucking people that are shooting fucking 53 people and 5 fucking fatalities in these black neighborhoods, they're giving black people a bad name. It's not good PR for black people here in Chicago to have fucking black people shooting up Chicago. Although, just like I have nothing to do with that white racist that is shooting up churches and doing all this fucking white supremacy shit, but somehow that gets fucking, they put that sticker on me where I go, why are you putting that sticker on me? I ain't no fucking even near what type of shit human that guy is. And just like most African-American black people here in Chicago have nothing to do with these shootings. But these 53 people that got shot and these 5 fatalities got shot by predominantly black people that were doing the shootings, that sticker gets put on them too. So, you want to have the discussion, let's have the discussion, because that is a fact, okay? It's not good PR, all right? So when you bring up racism and this and that and stuff, just like that shit's getting put on white people, it's getting put on black people. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that, how it's not good PR, okay? It's not. We need to cut it out. Plus, you're killing your neighbors. And I know they want to kill their neighbors because they're shooting 53 people and 5 fatalities, but you're killing your neighbors. You're killing somebody's kid. You're killing somebody's fucking dad, brother, sister. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm the bad guy for bringing it up. Dude, you post shit like this on social media and they call you a racist. Like, dude, just try it. Just try posting 53 people shot and 5 fatalities in Chicago and see how many people make excuses for these guys. You post it every time, and there's always like fucking 1 to 5 assholes that are saying, but these are poor people. These are people that are have economic problems, and it's not a surprise that it's just excuse, and then it comes back around to like it's the white man keeping them down type bullshit, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. Stop shooting at fucking people. Don't you have the option to not shoot at people illegally? Don't you have the option to not buy an illegal gun and shoot it at people? A fucking murderer's a murderer. A killer's a killer, man. I don't care if it's part of the game. Get the fuck out of that game. Who would do that game? Move away, dude. Move away. You're on the wrong fucking game board. Okay? Anybody would know that's like, everybody, we all have like a conscience and a fucking and like a moral compass. And I know people go, there's some people that don't. I don't give a fuck. Find it, motherfucker. You shouldn't be shooting at 53 people. And I know people think Chicago's a big city. Regardless, a lot of these fucking shootings are in the same neighborhoods. I've already said on podcasts before, dude. There's fucking neighborhoods with 60 murders in them, 260 people shot in that same neighborhood. 60 murders, 260 people shot in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood. Dude, I talk to black people all the fucking time, and I know how stupid that sounds, but I'm telling you, I talk to black people, strangers, all the time. And it is very surprising how many black people here in Chicago that know somebody in their family or close to their family that has been shot or murdered, or if they've been shot. I talked to a guy yesterday that was shot on the west side. Okay? It's a common thing. It needs to stop. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Shooting that many people in the fucking neighborhoods. It's fucking a shame, dude. From shootings to Dak Prescott for the quarterback of the fucking Dallas Cowboys, man. Comedian Adam Urbanski sent me a text. We were kind of texting, and he said, "You see Dak? Do you see Dak's foot?" And I told him, I was listening to the game. I was listening to the talk radio when I heard it, and they were describing it. And I'm the type of dude, and then he basically was like, yeah, don't. He basically said, just don't go. It was nasty. I mean, it's fucking, don't look at it. But then cut to social media. You can't fucking miss it. Everybody's posting on social media this goddamn dang. I didn't want to see this guy. I'm pretty sure. So he breaks his ankle, ankle fracture, dislocation. So this guy does not have a contract. Not like he didn't make a lot of money this year. I think they franchise tagged him. But it's a great argument of why it did not work out with the Jets. They're probably going to let him go at the end of the year because I think he's hurt right now. So stuff like Le'Veon Bell, I get that. Maybe he should have stayed with the Steelers because it was working with them. And plus, I'm sure they would have paid him a decent amount of money, and he was also in a system that worked. But somebody like Dak Prescott that's going to make a $150 million contract or whatever these quarterbacks make, they make so much money and a lot of guaranteed money. It almost tells you like, dude, do not hit the field because you can break an ankle. And now I think at the end of the year they can cut him. I think they can cut him. I know it's bad PR for them, but they can cut him, I assume. And now they got Andy Dalton throwing winning games for him and stuff like that. And it's not like the Cowboys have a great record. So if Andy Dalton comes in and he looks like a hero, I mean, the guy definitely has experience. I don't know if he still has it, but he definitely has starter experience, and he's been there, done that. And so Dak could be out there looking for another team. The good thing is it wasn't an ACL or something like that. I don't know how if without a guaranteed contract, but I guess the world has bigger problems, Anyways, let's talk fantasy for a second here. I won't talk it long. I'll talk it about 5 minutes, hopefully. Let's go. So the biggest hero in my league for fantasy, which is actually on a team, is this rookie Chase Claypool. Targets 110 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. This guy had a fucking rushing touchdown. They ran him 3 times with a rushing touchdown. Now, I would assume that guy's going to be the number one waiver get if he's if in your league that he's not taken. And then there's another guy, this Travis Fulgham, F-L-U-G-H-A-M. Is that Fulgham? I don't know. I'm an idiot. He plays for Philly, wide receiver. This guy had 31 points in my league, and he had 13 targets, 152 yards, 1 touchdown. So that guy's a killer. He had 10 receptions. So I assume that guy's not on most teams. And Cooks popped head up with 161 yards, a touchdown, and 12 targets and 8 receptions with 30 points. Mike Davis should have picked him up. Who knew Mike Davis was going to get 30 points in my league? Mahomes is a killer. Thielen, this is the year for Thielen. Once you got Diggs out of there, looks like Thielen popped up. Waiver wires out there has had a pretty good year for fantasy. It looks like Fitzpatrick is almost having the same year that like somebody like Tannehill had after so many weeks in last year. So. I mean, for a quarterback that's throwing dimes, the guys had, DK Metcalf had a good week this week. Kyler Murray, Jamison Crowder is actually doing pretty good this year. That guy was way down on the draft rounds. DeAndre Hopkins is showing him who he is. The Ravens defense, 25 points. Who the fuck had the Ravens defense, man? They came fucking federal style on Cincinnati. And Todd Gurley doing his thing. A lot of people didn't want to touch him, like myself. The guy had 25 points in my league. Everybody was afraid of Todd Gurley. He's hurt, and you've seen what he did in L.A. But the guy looks like he's got 14 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown. Look, everybody knows Todd Gurley if he's healthy. Dude, he's one of the best running backs ever. I mean, when you look at him, you just go, this guy's like, he's all talent. He's all talent, man. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Deshaun Watson ripped it up. Kelsey, of course, ripped it up. Russell Wilson, another guy that is looked like he's worth a high draft pick. And Jared Goff, he's right there with Russell Wilson this week with 25 points. And Derek Carr, I think they're losing Derek Carr, of course, because they played Kansas City. But Derek Carr, not bad this year. And another guy that ripped it up was Miles Sanders that I left on the bench in my other league. And Josh Jacobs, Jason Sanders, dude. And this Preston Williams is doing pretty good. And CeeDee Lamb looks like he's pretty consistent. And look at this. The kicker for the Giants had 20 points. Gano. These fucking kickers doing. How do you get 20 points as a kicker? Let me see. It doesn't even show his stats. What a dick move. I guess they don't. You got to go farther down on the. You got to slide over, Eric, and look at the kicker stats. Yeah. So that's fantasy. But you know what? I want to go to page 2 on fantasy. I want to see who did shitty in week 5. Because I'm gonna have to go I'm gonna have to go page 3 over here, because at least even on page 2 it's still 14 points, and I don't. What's crazy is how 14 points is still shitty. So okay, so now we're in the single digits. You got somebody like Anthony Miller. Matt Ryan had 6.94 points. How the fuck did he have Mecole Hardman? The guy had 7 points. I mean, maybe he's getting the targets. Is he getting the targets? He had 3 targets. They're always talking about picking up Ebron. Ebron had 7.3 points. I guess for a tight end, that's okay. But I'm looking at these stats and I'm just like, this ain't poor Rob Gronkowski, 8.2. They're trying to throw the ball to Rob. He's had 6 targets, 3 receptions, 52 yards, but it doesn't look like Gronk is the guy this year. And Kittle this week was a big disappointment. The guy had 8.4 points. He had 8 targets, 4 receptions, 44 yards, no touchdowns. This J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State, dude, I have him on a team. I thought he was going to be a killer, and the guy's like an 8-point guy. So I mean, there's some guys out here that are letting down people. That were they were big names, and they didn't do so hot. It's fantasy is one of those things, man, where you do your one thing about fantasy that drives you nuts is you do all this like research and you wrap your mind around things, and then you try to pick your studs that you think are going to do well, and then that's the most, and then they turn into a fucking bum. Like this Clyde Edwards-Helaire guy that's a rookie. He had 11 points, but dude, this guy right here, the Kansas City running back, they were saying take him in the first round. I think a lot of people took him in the first round. I think I took him in the second round because I had a keeper and Saquon Barkley that got fucking hurt. And I tell you what, this Clyde Edwards-Helaire guy, he's very disappointing. I mean, he's not really. I mean, that's the one thing about taking these rookie running backs. I see last year with like Saquon, or 2 years ago when Saquon came out. But look at this guy. He had 19.8 points the first week. You're like, ooh, I picked the right way. He had 13 points the next week, 18.4 in the third week, and you're like, yeah, I still got the right guy. Last week against fucking New England, he had 12 points. This week against fucking the Raiders, he had 11 points. I don't know, dude. It looks like he's more teeter-tottering around 11 to 13 points than a 18 to 19 point guy. So obviously it's early in the year and we still have 8 games before the playoffs. But for me, that guy looks like he's a bit of a disappointment. Look at this. Odell Beckham Jr. had 11 points. Let's look and see what this guy's had, because again, somebody like Odell Beckham, you could get him a little bit deeper in the in the the draft rounds and stuff like that, unless you're a real freaking gamer. But I think for the most part, people let Odell lie. So Odell had 5.2 points first week, 17 points the second week, 9 points the third week, 38 points the fourth week, which is worth everything, and 11 points. So even these numbers for me is much better than what that Kansas City Clyde Edward-Helaire guy's stats are. And I know, of course, they add up more. He had but dude, just by him even having a 38-point week and a 17-point week and a almost 10-point week and an 11-point week. Yeah, week 1 at 5.5 was disgusting. But this guy looks like he has more boom, and his, he looks like he'll do you some average 9 to 11-point games. But when he booms, he booms. This Clyde Edward-Helaire, he has not boomed yet. And I don't know if he's going to boom. It doesn't feel like he's going to boom, It's, somebody like a Devontae Parker that I have in both my leagues, that guy is been pretty solid. It's not beautiful, but he had 8.7 points in one first week, 16 points second week, 11 points, almost 12 points third week, 21 points the fourth week, and 13 points the fourth week. I mean, at least it's more consistent. But anyways, nobody needs to hear people just running off numbers and stuff like that. I mean, it's not really good. It's not really good. Listening. It's clearly you're listening. I tell you what though. Mahomes has been doing his thing. Russell Wilson's been doing his thing. Jared Goff has been doing his thing. Kyler Murray's been doing his thing. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, not bad. Not bad at all. You can't complain. And for the running backs, I tell you what, my internet sucks. I'm in the down here very well. It's way upstairs in another room, and the shit just doesn't. But for the running backs, Mike Davis, I was sleeping on that pickup because, with Christian McCaffrey going down, you just thought Mike Davis is only going to be in there a game or two. But the game or two or three or four that he's in there, the guy has been worth the pickup. He really has. I wonder, since Dak's down, is Ezekiel Elliott's numbers going to go up now? Because, he just had almost 24 points in my league last week. But is his points going to consistently go up? Or Pollock or the other guy that they picked up, is his numbers going to go up? Because now they're going to say, hey, let's not have Andy throw it 58 times like Dak throw it. Let's kind of control let's keep the ball on the ground type stuff. And it's very interesting now because I've been getting some bad beats. I just ain't scoring enough points to beat people in my fantasy leagues. I don't know about you. It's just I'm getting beat. And maybe I chose wrong. I went definitely rookie heavy this year, thinking hey, some of these rookies I picked up gotta kick it in gear. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. Guys, Bustin' Balls Podcast on Instagram. Eric Pennell Comedy on Instagram. Bustin' Balls Podcast on TikTok. I'm more of a TikTok guy these days. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of my time. Also, the LA Lakers wanted that. Before I get out of here, I was looking at my notes and I'm like, oh yeah. Let me not talk about the Lakers and their asterisk, how they fucking won during COVID year. First of all, this be the Lakers this year and LeBron James title this year because nobody gave a fuck. Okay, first of all, this is the most that anybody's never. How do I word this? This is the lowest ratings ever for final games for NBA. And again, I don't know if I said this on the last podcast. The NBA has. They've already said that they're not gonna bring up that Black Lives Matter shit next year. You want to wonder why? Because nobody was fucking watching. You pissed a lot of people off. Next year, you watch. Next year, they're going to be kissing ass and stuff like that. It's just the LA Lakers and their phony, fake fucking title that nobody gives a fuck. LeBron's just trying to get more titles than fucking. I used to be a LeBron guy. Now he's just a fucking. It's his stupid mouth, and I know he's hey, I'm a human too. But I like how he doesn't have a mask on while he's taking pictures and stuff with his fucking trophy here. But they, hey, give me a fucking break. Now I sound like a hater, but it's dude. This guy's trying to chase as many titles than MJ, and this is going to count as a title, but this ain't a title, dude. It's a shortened league. People had time to heal up. Come on, man. If you were going to go through the whole league, who's to say that he would have been healthy? Who's to say that Anthony Davis would have been healthy? All these people were getting worn on. A lot of the, you come back, the games are shortened. Everybody's mojo ain't the same and stuff like that because people, dude, when you had the regular season, people gel throughout that season, and then when they hit the playoffs, they either die out or they keep it moving. So this whole thing is fabricated. It's just some bullshit that the NBA wanted to, they should have just fucking capped it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this is the right way to do it, but this is not. Go fuck yourself. Don't care. And, if you don't want to share, I get it too. Guys, thank you for listening.